What's up, guys? We're going to be talking about the difference between WFS and MF on Walmart. And if you're beginning to sell on Walmart, which one should you in particular go for? So on Walmart right now, there's not an insane amount of data, so making buying decisions and figuring out which items sell pretty well is definitely a difficult task. So there's a few things that you can do to figure out what sells, but my favorite method is by buying the item, listing it up, merchant fulfilled on Walmart, and seeing if it just sells. The best data you're going to get is really through actually selling on the listing yourself, no matter what anybody tells you online. They say, oh, you need this or you need that. They honestly, those things could help, but the best data you're going to get is actually selling on that listing, because your data of selling that product is the most accurate data. Just to put it straight up. And if you sell items merchant fulfilled on Walmart, then you're going to get a really good gauge of how a product actually moves for your store. So with WFS, you are buying a product, getting it ordered to your house, then you're shipping it to Walmart's warehouse, which takes some time, and then basically when it sells, they pack, prep, and ship it out to the customer. So the problem with this is that whole time delay is pretty long, and you might not know whether that product sells for 1 to 2 weeks, right? Maybe even a month if it's taking a while to check in, right? But when you do merchant fulfilled on Walmart Marketplace, you can list that item up today. Like, say you were doing retail arbitrage where you're in store, you could list that product up today, see if it sells, and if it does sell, buy it, and then ship it out to the customer, right? And make some profit right away. But when you ship items to Walmart's fulfillment center, then it's in the hands of Walmart, and that's kind of a risk because they're holding your inventory and it might not sell, right? So then you're paying all these storage fees and all these other things, right? So what I like to do is basically, if you're just trying to figure out what sells, just try to do some MF. That's just my philosophy with it, right? Like, just do some merchant fulfilled first, see what sells, and then maybe if that item's selling pretty well, you might want to ship it to Walmart's fulfillment center, right? To see if you can sell it even faster or even at a higher price premium. But I really think that beginner sellers should start doing merchant fulfilled with Walmart, because on Walmart Marketplace, because they'll just be able to figure out whether or not an item sells, at all, right? Because there's really not too much data. Another thing is, if you are going to go the WFS route, I really think that they should, you should validate to see if it has good reviews, if the item has sold in the past, other sellers have sold it before sending it into the warehouse and, possibly not selling it, right? So hopefully this has been pretty straightforward. Really, for beginners, I really think that doing merchant fulfilled on Walmart Marketplace is the way to go. You'll get more data faster, and you'll be able to get that feedback loop of, oh, I listed an item and I sold it. This is a really good thing to do, right? Of just selling on the platform, like the dopamine, right? You list an item, you sell it, and then you're like, oh man, I'm super pumped, right? You get that so much faster than if you were going to ship an item to WFS. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend doing Walmart merchant fulfilled. I think it's a really great method of just selling items and you also get your money back a little bit faster too, which is pretty nice. So yeah, hopefully this has been a helpful video. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.